Hello, welcome to a new series. If you know me from Discord, which is likely all the attention that this video is gonna get, let me explain to you what I'm doing. The way my mind works is that every single day I do stuff, right? Today I read some books, I played some games, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm pretty much done for the day. I don't feel like doing any of that anymore. So let me check what time it is. Oh, frick, it's barely 2 p.m. and I woke up at 12 p.m. What I'm trying to say is that I need a new hobby. I don't know why. I just had the feeling. I like the desire, the calling to make a let's play. I don't really watch let's plays, to be honest. So I don't know how to do a good job. But something that I notice in a lot of let's plays is that the commentary is usually on the game itself. And you know what? That makes sense. But for me, I think I'm more interested in just somebody talking about random things while they play a game in the background. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do while I play Star Ocean Second Story R. Ideally, I'd want to make it a combination of both the game and whatever I'm talking about. But I think that's really hard to do. So I'm going to try to focus on mainly my own commentary and sort of make it like almost as if you were listening to a podcast, I guess, with me just talking about the game from time to time. So initially it might feel a little awkward, and I definitely feel awkward talking like this because I don't know, like I can't even progress in the game right now because I need to read this description. But then I'm also talking about whatever is happening here. But listen, I'll figure it out. This is mostly the enjoyment for myself, okay? If you enjoy it, you're welcome to watch. But I'm just gonna try it out and see what it's like. So really quickly, I should read what this says. And looks like she's good at martial arts, possesses a mysterious healing pattern power from the southern village of Arlia on the planet Expel. Name Rena Lanford. We're gonna do English. Difficulty, I'm just doing Galaxy. We'll do arrangement. We'll do all the new stuff. So I did some research beforehand. I have played the demo of this game, and I've heard for newcomers, it's usually better to start with the girl because the guy is like a Galaxy mercenary. I don't know if he's a mercenary or he like just goes all over the place. But basically, it feels like a fresh start if you're starting with the girl. I think that's what I got. And I did play the demo for this, like I said, and I really enjoyed it, and it's just been on my mind. And so the spring sale finally came in, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta buy it. Because it lined up so perfectly, right? It almost as if the stars aligned. Star Ocean, get it? Where it's like, okay, I really feel like making like a video where I just play games and I just talk about random stuff. And at the same time, this goes on sale for the spring sale. I've been wanting to play it for a while. It just makes sense, you know? And so hopefully me being able to have played the demo beforehand makes this introduction section a little bit easier. I think the demo is like 2 hours. You can play for however long you like for 2 hours. Maybe I shouldn't just try to force it and make it come naturally, because it's very hard to just talk while there's dialogue going on in the background. And especially in a JRPG where the intro is very exposition heavy. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but we'll try it. No, I wanted to play a harp before. Alright, so we gotta go to the Sacred Forest. We have some controls here. So when I first played this demo, I talked to everybody. I'm not gonna do this time because I don't think I got any benefit from it. It just wasted my playtime, really. I think recording a video instead of live streaming is better because I would like to talk about more controversial topics, but I don't think that's a good idea. But let's say I do, right? If it's in a live stream, then I sort of say it and then boom, immediately you're met with instant feedback in the form of a chat box, right? But if I actually have the ability to edit out, if I like say something stupid and I'm like editing the video and I realize, holy frick, I should not be saying this. That is not very well thought out. Then I can just go back and, edit it out. So that's why I sort of want to like record a video instead of just live streaming it and then uploading the VOD. I think it's just a smarter idea in general. And there's also, I don't know, there's just I have a different mindset when I'm recording something rather than streaming. I don't know. It almost feels like streaming feels more casual. And I know that's my fault just because the way I treat streaming is very casual. But I don't know. I just wanted to try it, I guess. I don't even know if this video is going to make it on YouTube, but we'll try. And if it does go on YouTube, I got to commit to it. Something I really don't like is when I like start a commitment and I don't finish it. And if you know me, that might seem a little like ironic because I rarely finish things. But that's because whenever I start things, it's usually just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll start it. If I actually put effort into the start of something, I want to like see it through to the end, you know? And with a lot of video games, I just casually start them. And so if I actually put effort into the series, I do want to like see it to the end. Anyway, I've seen all this before. Maybe you haven't, but once again, you probably shouldn't be watching this if you want to see what's going on in the game. It's really just an excuse for the game to just bring up a topic and for me to just start talking about it. And I already have a notepad full of topics just in case I can't think of anything to talk about, which would ruin the whole point of me recording this. Hopefully I do not need to do that, and so far I haven't. So this monitor, I think I messed up its settings. I wish I had one of those things where you could like color calibrate it, but they cost $100 to do that. It's like a tool or something. I don't know how it works, but maybe I should. No, I really shouldn't invest in that because I just bought this game. And like I bought a 1440p monitor, like 180 hertz or something like that. And it was just like a quick decision. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to get it. And I don't know if that was a good purchase or not. It's definitely an upgrade from my second monitor because now my previous 24-inch 1080p monitor is my second monitor. And now this 27-inch 1440p is my main monitor. So it is like quite an upgrade. But I don't know. That's like $200 minus $200, you know? And then this game was $40 on Steam sale. And it's like, okay, now I have to spend another $100 on the freaking monitor color calibration thing. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Wait, we're already 10 minutes in and my throat is killing me. From Earth, okay. So Earth exists in this universe. I'm pretty new to Star Ocean. This is a different planet. I don't know how far into the future it is. So yeah, this game is really beautiful, but as I was saying with my monitor, I think I turned the saturation too high, so it looks a little too bright. So I also don't know how edited this is gonna be. This is like a trial run, I guess. It might be the most embarrassing video I ever put on YouTube. And that's saying something because I put out some pretty embarrassing videos back in the day. Holy frick, I got an achievement. Proof of starting the adventures as Reina. Like I said in the demo, I talked to every NPC. And I don't want to do that this time around because I got no reward out of it. A problem with me is that I never know when I should talk to every NPC and when I should just be like, oh, you know what? I'm probably wasting my time here. I guess it's when I start to enjoy or when I stop enjoying talking to every NPC. Like there shouldn't be a rule behind it. It should just be a spur of the moment thing. So an observation that my friends and I made while I was streaming the demo on Discord is that everyone here in this planet are elves except the mom, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully that has some like story stuff involved with it. Yeah, I think I underestimated how difficult to talk about different topics while there's like a whole game and story going on in the background. So that was like something I was considering. Like maybe there's some games that are just better for this sort of thing. Whoa. And you know what? Star Ocean Second Story Art probably isn't the best one. Because like I said, it's very story heavy. Especially at the beginning because it's a JRPG. But we're rolling with it. We're going on the deep end, okay? So we can automatically equip. You know what? We'll do it for now. But no way we're doing that. We're making our own decisions. See, so it looks like being human on this planet isn't even that big of a deal, right? Because nobody's like, oh, hey, this guy looks so different from everybody. So did humans populate this Earth and then like interbreed? You know what I mean? With the elf people. 10% HP, 22% MP. Oh, okay. Cures one ally of poison. Ally? Dude, I had a dream of freaking Austin and Ally. I don't know if you guys know that show. but we were on like a live, it was like a live performance. But the thing is, I was being kind of a jerk in that dream. Not to like anybody, but more so the officials. But the reason why I was acting like a jerk is because they were being a jerk to me also. But first, they were being a jerk to me first. Like they were being all authoritative. Authoritative? Is that a word? They're like, oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that. It's just rubbing me the wrong way. So like I started doing things to see how far I could get with it, which isn't something that I'd really do in real life. But Dreamy is just like much more Chad than the real me, I guess. So the way I'm playing this game right now is I'm just sort of skimming the text and going where the exclamation marks are. Again, because I've played the demo before, and the demo goes over the beginning of the game. So I already sort of know what's going on, which again makes it a bit easier. I don't know, it's still kind of difficult.
Welcome back, Reina.
So look, she doesn't have pointy ears. Unless her hair is covering it. Oh, right, okay. So there's like a whole prophecy. And this is a perfect opportunity for me to start talking about Dune Part 2. Because Dune also has prophecies and stuff like that. I'm just gonna say it right now, I did not think Dune Part 2 is that good. I mean, like, it's a good movie. For sure. Okay, why would he just walk in like that? Something is wrong. You just walked in uninvited. It's been a minute. Yeah, so Dune Part 2. Dune Part 2 I did not think was that good. And like I said, I think it's a good movie in terms of like filmmaking, camera shots, lighting, all that stuff, acting. Though I'm not very too knowledgeable with it. Okay, here's my problem. Dune Part 2... No, Dune in general is supposed to be, as far as I'm concerned, it's supposed to be a lot of detailed stuff about what's going on in the world, how these like small little things, like how they get water, just very, very in-detailed explanation, in-depth explanation of how they live in that world. And they do go over some of that stuff in Dune Part 2, but then there's just other things that I think they gloss over. For example, they make a big deal about Paul riding the sandworm, but they don't say how everybody is able to ride onto it and like build a structure onto it so that the great lady or whatever, his mom, can like hide in it during the dust. It's like, okay, you just showed me that getting on the sandworm is like freaking insanely hard. But then now there's just a bunch of people riding it with freaking structures and like huts and stuff like that. Like that's a pretty big detail, right? Like that's what I'm concerned about. And then also stuff like the way they do warfare, like where they get the freaking laser beams and where they like how are they hiding under it? And then what freaking triggered me a little bit was when Paul's friend showed up. It just so happened that Paul was the one at the very front. So if Paul wasn't at the very front, his friend could have just freaking died. And that character in the movie just would not have appeared. But it doesn't really matter though, because it's not like that character that Paul was friends with made much of a difference in the movie in the grand scheme of things. So I don't know. It's just very strange. There's a lot of just minor details that just didn't work right that I think would be better if it was longer. We're just focusing on other stuff. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody about Diaz? Isn't that how you say day in Spanish? Anyway, yeah, this music is too loud for me. I'm very bad at speaking when there's loud sounds. Okay, why wasn't he here before? Yeah, so before I started recording, I had to change the button inputs because I think it thinks I'm using a freaking PS4 controller. So whenever I pressed A, it would be like circle. When I pressed B, it would be X. That's a lot of food. Normally I'd say how good it was. Or how good it looks. But yeah, I ate some like Mexican food. It's freaking good. Isn't Kenny a first name? I don't trust people with two first names. Like Roger Carter. Like, cool dude, right? But it's like, he has two first names and I don't know. Like, he doesn't literally have two first names. He has a first name and a last name. The last name Sounds like a first name. I don't know, man. He's a cool guy, though. No, something that happens to me a lot is, like right now, I'm kind of sweating. And I think the reason why I'm sweating right now is because I don't think I'm doing a good job at commentating. But the thing is, I think I tend to overreact of my performance when I'm actually in the middle of it versus viewing it later on and seeing like, oh, hey, it's actually not that bad. So maybe that's what's happening to me right now. Also, whenever I hear Reina, I just think of Tekken. Yeah, so I hit red rank in Tekken 8, and that was like my goal. But freaking E-Rob is purple rank, and that makes me want to reach purple rank. But then I was playing more Tekken 8, I went down back to orange rank. It's freaking annoying. You just lose a bunch of points when you're in red rank. Excuse me. Yeah, so maybe this scuffed commentary is like novel enough to separate this Let's Plays from other ones. Because I was watching a Let's Play right before this one, and I don't know, it's like, that's not the style I'm looking for, you know? Of like just focusing purely on the game. I'm pretty sure later on they like gaslight Reina that she's just wrong. How come only sometimes the sprite is there? That's weird. Not the sprite, but like the 2D art. Dude, like I kind of like this character sprite. It's funny. It's funny looking. Alright, this game looks really good at night. I think the bright stuff is my problem with my monitor. I don't know what that deals with. Is it saturation? It might be saturation.
The H word. What? You told
HE double hockey sticks? So this is something that's really interesting to me. In this game, so far they go into a lot of detail about the locations on Earth. Not on Earth, on whatever this planet is. But there's a bunch of different planets you can go to, right? So does each planet have the same amount of attention to detail that this one does? I don't know, that's something that I hope to find out. Do these guys know that he's from a different planet? I guess that's what I get for talking over the dialogue. I just don't understand what's going on. Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta come up with like a new strategy. Who's coming up with all these prophecies though? That's my main question. Did they just like use it as cope? Okay, so it does sound like he thinks the hero of light should know who he is.
How can this be?
Looks like the start of a musical. What up? Back at it again with another banger video. Welcome back to Second Story Star Ocean 2, episode 2, last time. It's not a funny joke. Anyway, it tells us we should go to the Dark Forest, so we're gonna go there. So I don't remember what I was talking about because I was reading a lot of dialogue. So I'm just gonna think of one of the things that I wrote on my notepad because I don't really want to pause the game and look at my notepad. So actually, I think we're going to get into combat really soon here. Yeah, we have enemy symbols. Green, purple, red. Touching an enemy symbol from the front will begin a battle. Touching a symbol from behind or being touched from behind a symbol will trigger a back attack. Okay. So here's the deal. I think for this first episode, I'm like learning as I go, right? I didn't really know. I didn't really know what to expect while going into this. So I think for the first episode, I just need to like shut up. I need to shut up and learn how to play the game before I just start talking about random topics. Okay, let's try breaking. Aha! Look at this. Dude, that's sick. I just press A to fight. Okay. I thought this game was turn-based RPG at first, but it's not. Well, that's probably a good thing. Now, I really want to get into turn-based JRPGs, but I don't think I've liked a single turn-based JRPG. Let's count freaking Undertale. I like Undertale, but not because of the combat, right? Because of everything else about it. I like the story, I like the characters, I like the music. I like how it's a unique sort of game. Interesting. So you can have weak armor and full armor, and full just overrides weak. We can have leather armor. We can have a robe, which gives us a -3 defense. So restores a single amount of HP to a single ally, and then conjures a huge weight to crush the enemy. This is balanced, which means it does damage to both the shield and HP. But we also have antidote, which cures a single ally of poison. We don't have any allies yet. I guess we count as an ally, but I don't know how important poison is right now. So I don't think it's a good idea to set it just yet. Maybe later on. Okay, so how do we want to build Reyna? She's probably... It's said that she's a healer, right? Randomly ignores an enemy's defense when attacking. Randomly guarantees attack to land regardless of... Only increases spell damage. I don't know. I'm not going to spend anything just yet because I don't know what respecking is like in this game. So I think it's better to just hold off for now, see how she grows, and then make her build around whatever she specializes in. Here, it looks like we can just improve, and I know for a fact that she is going to be a healer. I know that much for sure, so we might as well just do that already. Let's see. Tactics, party formation. Okay, so something I like about this game is you can change the portraits and you can see like the different art over the years. It's fun. Okay, so 42 minutes, almost 43 minutes into the recording. I think the main problem right now is that I'm trying to force myself to talk about topics rather than just naturally bringing it up. So I think in order to strike a good balance of talking about the game and just talking about random topics, I just need to let it come naturally. I think I was forcing it too much at the very beginning. So yeah, whenever I think I should just cut it in such a way so that whenever I have something to say, that's what the viewer sees, right? But yeah, I think we're fine for now. Let me see what all my other buttons do. Okay. Yeah, so with turn-based JRPGs, I've always wanted to get into them, but I could never like get into the combat. And I think the reason why is because I never find the combat engaging. So for example, I was playing Persona 3 Reload, and I really wanted to like it. I really wanted to like it, like a lot. But the combat was just so basic. And like, I get that it's the beginning of the game, but there's literally, like, I think the best feature in the game is that there's a button that lets you just automatically do the combat for you. And it's not the rush button, it's just the select the best move button. And because of that, it never really feels like there's any strategy. Any difficulty that you might find in the majority of the game can just be solved by grinding. And I don't like grinding. If there was a JRPG that's turn-based, that is focused a lot more on strategy and using the right moves, then I think I would find that a lot more enjoyable.
Can you imagine having to tell your daughter that she's not your real child?
Wow, what a surprise. It's almost like you have completely different freaking ears from me. How did you not figure that out, Reyna? Come on. Wait, so is... Never mind.
I just thought you had to be the one.
That makes sense.
You are the one. So how did the monster show up? Like, I get that the meteor, like, stroke whatever this planet was. But then did they just start like appearing out of thin air? Anyway, I saw this wild video. I was on like a subreddit last night for an hour or something, and it was called r/I'm the main character or whatever, and I saw a video of some guy running up. It was during a Michael Jackson concert, and Michael Jackson was on this contraption that lifted him way up in the air, and some crazy guy just ran up the contraption, and he was with Michael Jackson. And I know it's kind of messed up, right? Like, you're ruining the show for everybody. But dude, it looked sick. It looked holy, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have been surprised if that was part of the show. But when they got down, there was a bunch of security officers that just took him in. And it looked like the guy really wanted to be with Michael Jackson. I think the guy, I read this in one of the comments, where I think the guy thought that Michael Jackson wanted to be with him because Michael Jackson was just holding on to him for dear life. Probably because he didn't want the guy to fall and just run into a bunch of legal issues. But I think the guy had a misunderstanding that Michael Jackson was like really fond of him. So he was just grabbing onto Michael Jackson while the security guards were just trying their best to pull them away. I don't know, I thought that was insane. Should I use multiple save files? I mean, we have so many, there's no reason not to. Oh, we got this edgelord. He reminds me of Vincent from Final Fantasy VII. Dude, I was so invested in the story when I first played the demo. Playing it again, I mean, it's a good story. It's just, I wish I started where I left off. And there was an option to do that, but then it would have made sense with the video, so, you know.
What? Someone get Regis. Get Westa.
Move out of my way, please. I will not be kind to interlopers.
Let Raina go.
This guy sounds like the nerd emoji. He's like the Peter Parker from Spider-Man 3. Bully Maguire. Just realized Reina's that girl from Higurashi. So how far away is his house? Now watch this. Don't even think about trying to escape. So let me just leave the door open. Let me just leave it unlocked. You got a talisman. So what does a talisman do? Accessory, you get plus 10% defense. That's really good. So plus 10% defense means that it's better for characters with high defense. What does Y do? A mystical talisman imbued with the powers of an unknown god that raises the wearer's defense. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we can also just spend the night here, which doesn't really make sense because you could just spend like a week here. And what's that guy's name? Alan? Alan will probably never check up on us ever again. Anyways, this reminds me of the house from Lethal Company. Okay, it said that Master Alan is the only one that has the key. So that means I can't escape. So in other words, if this is the front entrance of the house, the door is locked from the outside, meaning that you unlock it from the outside. What? Okay, so this is the moving statue.
Exit somewhere.
Look at his back. That cannot be healthy.
Kind of luxury.
Okay. How are you gonna leave the mansion if Alan has the key and we can't leave the mansion? I can't imagine that you're going through the Salva Mines either after whatever injury you're in, right? Okay. I'm starting to see a little bit some inconsistencies with this story. And finally, just start talking about some random stuff. Oh wait, what's this? Okay, so we can pick up orbs and stuff. So we broke him, and then we should be able to get an orb that lets us do what, bonus damage, I imagine? Yeah, and it looks like breaking the enemy's defense is really good. So you just gotta focus on that. Yeah, and then we get the orbs. And then I don't know what happens when we reaches 50. We'll find out. Yeah, for next episode, I need to turn the game volume down. For me, at least. I think it's fine for the actual video. But for me, it's just way too hard to talk with this music just blaring in my ears. I mean, it's good music. It's not like there's anything wrong with it. But, so I have some Bose speakers that I can hook up. But I don't even know if it's worth it because I never use speakers, right? Whenever I'm on my computer, I'm just always using my headphones. But then after a while, sometimes my headphones get uncomfortable. So maybe speakers are like the thing I'm missing. And that's something I think about all the time. Like, what if there's just one minor detail of my life that I can change that'll just drastically improve it? Like, how do I know I'm not missing something? I wish there was some sort of like survival guide just to living life. Like, hey, you should probably be doing this, or hey, you should probably be doing that. Oh, if we do linear motion, we get 25% attack, 25% defense, and 50% hit. Yeah, let's do that. Confirm. No, yeah, what if speakers is that for me? What if speakers are just a thing that I've been missing that just completely changes my life for the better? And of course, we need the map open because I like to know where I am going. I've been playing a lot of Morrowind, and I'm actually surprised to find that there's a pretty good map in-game. I thought it's going to be one of those games where there's no minimap at all. Now, I don't know if that's part of OpenMW or if that's actually part of Morrowind. But if anyone is willing to play Morrowind or is interested in it, I highly recommend OpenMW. It is so good. It just, like, it makes the game just so easy to run. It looks beautiful without changing any of the graphics because it's, you know, modern resolutions. And overall, Morrowind is pretty fun. It's a lot of walking around, but I don't know. It's that sense of adventure you get. Now, many of the quests that I've done so far aren't very interesting. Ooh, a unique spot. And you get XP. Nice. Yeah, I've been mostly focusing on the main quests, which I know isn't really how many people play Elder Scrolls games. But for me, I don't know, like, it always just makes sense for my character to just focus on the main story, you know? It's like, why would I do something else when this guy literally told me, like, I could be the prophecy of something? And besides that, I don't even know how to find any of the other quests. Very occasionally, I'll find another quest that seems pretty interesting, and I'll do it. But most of my playtime has just been required quests. And the required quests have just been, or for the most part, it's been, like, go to the city and talk to this person and then come back and tell me what you've learned. The main story is picking up a little bit with something a little more interesting than... What the heck? Something a little more interesting than just going to a place and talking to a person. So I think I'm definitely progressing in the story a bit. Yeah, a lot of the quests just haven't... I don't know. They haven't really impressed me. So yeah, I'm hoping when I play the other Elder Scrolls games that the quests are a little bit more interesting. When I do the main story, or when I finish the main story of Morrowind, I might go back and I might just search up best quests in Morrowind and just play the best quests, because I don't know how else to find them, you know? Oh, frick. So I lost all my orbs, so we couldn't find out what happens. Wait, okay, let's try our spells. What the heck? Wait, that's OP. I should be doing that. Okay, it's actually kind of difficult because there is a cast time and you can't move. So like, I guess it's good when they're broken, right? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Got enemies. So maybe now is a good time to do Crush. Yeah, because they're already like that. Oh, okay, so that's heal. So I'm using RB for Crush and LB for heal. Now, another issue I have with recording is that, or I guess the issue lies more with the game volume being loud, is that I tend to talk louder to overcompensate, and then I'm pretty sure my whole family can just hear me in the living room. So it's very awkward if I'm like talking about something weird, and they just hear me. I don't know what kind of stuff they've heard me say. I don't really want to ask. It looks like we have higher avoidance than defense, so maybe we should build her into a dodge character. A JRPG that does look really good is Unicorn Overlord, but it's not on PC for some reason. I thought it was going to be on PC. So I could play on Switch, but I mean, the Switch does not look that good. And Unicorn Overlord looks like it's a really beautiful game, and I'd rather play it on a good-looking console. Or not console, just a good-looking system. A system that's able to produce good-looking graphics, I should say. See, I don't know how to deal with this guy's... Oh my gosh, how did it break? Okay, let's heal. So I think we run away, heal, and just run away more. I don't know how to deal with these guys, because they seem to attack before my animation. So I gotta sort of like attack and then run away, attack and then run away. Because if I try attacking twice in a row, I don't stagger them. This does not look like a wedding, bro. Okay, so where exactly does this cave go to the village?
Stop it! This isn't anything holy. You can't force.
Dude, Kenny with the hot takes. Oh, he's got a sword. I wonder if that gives me more range when I'm fighting. We're gonna find out. So I wanna... Oh, he broke me. What? He one-shot me. Okay, how do I heal him? Wait, this is OP actually. I can just do this. Oops. Oh, frick. He hits hard. Okay, and then can we heal? Oh, here we go. Spells? Okay, we can't do that. Can we use items?
Thanks. Mom.
What? Okay, well, you know what I'm gonna do? Not that. Okay, I think this is just like the meta. Now, does he get XP even when he's down? No. Okay. Dude, what kind of fight is this? He just one-shots everybody. You know, maybe my personality just leaves me more inclined to not talk about the game. So that's another reason why I shouldn't force it. You know what I'm saying? See, the thing with me is that like one topic just stays in my mind and I keep thinking about it. So he turned into a monster. We killed the monster. So does that make him good again?
Where am I?
Yes. Did we destroy the stone? I thought it was just a monster. You know, I just realized that when I was sleeping on the bed as an example of how it wouldn't make sense that I would just sleep there over and over again without Alan ever coming back. Maybe she just didn't sleep for the whole day. Maybe she just took a 5-minute nap and that was enough to heal me. Dude, Bossman's sprite looks like his pants are down. So how often does Reina see Alan? Bossman said that he spent 2 weeks building that altar, which means that Alan was under possession of that stone for at least 2 weeks. But Reina only just found Alan yesterday or so. So are they good friends? Like, what's their relationship?
Raina!
Okay, and how did Reina's mom know that they were coming back in that moment? Because it doesn't make sense that Reina's mom was just like standing there unless, I mean, I guess that's normal. But like even her voice expression was just like, Reina, you're home, versus like, oh, is that Reina? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it looks like they did break the stone when they killed the monster. So my question is, how does this become part of the greater universe, right? Because they're gonna go into space and start doing like some crazy stuff. Maybe they'll find out that the sorcery globe was a remote controlled meteorite that came from somewhere else. I wrote a story like that one time. It's never finished, but I don't know, I was in maybe 6th grade when I did it. My friends and I would make, you guys know Find Me on the 3DS? We'd make Find Me spin-offs and parodies, but on pen and paper. And so we would play that, and that was sort of my version. That this guy had to go onto a rocket ship to find a meteor, and only to find it that it had... No, he had to go on a meteor to stop it, only to find that it was being remote controlled. Now, if this doesn't work out, should I refund the game?
No.
Probably.
Yes?
I mean, I'm gonna figure out if it's worth doing or not while I'm editing. Dude, it's been 5 seconds. Do none of these people have any sense of time? All right, anyway, that's gonna finish it for today. I don't want to do it for too long, just in case editing is kind of hard. So, yeah, this first episode, kind of scuffed. If it does go on YouTube, I'm going to try to switch my commentary a little bit. I'm still testing out the waters. I don't know if this is going to become a thing or not. But yeah, I'll figure it out. And hopefully we get more into gameplay stuff so I can actually just start talking about random things, which is really what I want to do with this series rather than just talking about the game. So yeah. You guys have a good day. Goodbye. Right, stop the recording. Here we go.